Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to read one of my favorite animal fiction stories, and I know this is a favorite of Mrs. Farmer as well. The name of the story is Dinner Sid by Inga Moore. Now, before we start Dinner Sid, you're going to need this worksheet. So if you need to pause the video, go ahead and find this worksheet. Up here it says, before you read Dinner Sid. So we're going to complete this side before I even read you this really cool story of Dinner Sid. Number 1, what makes your stomach hurt? Go ahead and fill that in. Is there anything that gives you a stomach ache? Maybe a food that you eat, maybe watching a scary movie, maybe going on a scary ride at an amusement park. Is there something that gives you a stomach ache? Number 2, what is your favorite meal to eat for dinner? And remember, you want to restate the question in your answer. So you could write, my favorite meal is, tell us what it is, period. Number 3, draw a picture of a cat that you have seen recently, maybe in your neighborhood or at your house. Or a cat that you've ever seen. Go ahead, pause the video, draw me a picture of that kitty cat. Number 4, write about a time that you had dinner at a friend's house. What did you eat? Was it different than something you normally eat? So have you ever gone somewhere, maybe a friend's house or a relative, and they've served a food that you've never eaten before? It's something new, okay? So you could write, I went to so-and-so's house and I tried blank, period. Number 5, if you found an animal sick, what should you do? If you find a sick animal, you should fill in the blank, period. So go ahead and pause the video to fill in those answers. And then we're going to read Dinner Sid by Inga Moore. Dinner Sid. My title page, look at that cute cat. Sid had lived at number 1 Aristotle Street. He also lived at number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. You might say to yourself, how can that be? 6 lived in 6 houses so that he could have 6 dinners. Each night he would slip out of number 1, where he might have had chicken, and into number 2 for fish, or number 3 for lamb, liver at number 4, fish again at number 5, ending at number 6 with beef and kidney stew. Sounds to me like Sid is a little bit of a piggy. Maybe that's why we were asking questions about, is there anything that gives you a bellyache? Since the neighbors did not talk to each other on Aristotle Street, they did not know what Sid was up to. They all believed that the cat they fed was theirs, and theirs alone. Oh my goodness. But Sid had to work hard for his dinners. It wasn't easy being 6 people's pet. He had 6 different names to remember and 6 different ways to behave. When he was being Scaramucci, Sid put on cranky airs. As Bob, he had a job. He was naughty as mischief. And silly as Sally. As Sooty, he smooched, but as Swartz, he had to act rough and tough. So as Sid went to these different houses, everybody had a different name for Sid. All this work sometimes wore Sid out. But he didn't care as long as he had 6 dinners. And besides, he liked being scratched in 6 different places. And sleeping in 6 different beds. In fact, life on Aristotle Street was just about perfect for Sid until one cold, damp day he caught a nasty cough. The next thing he knew, he was being taken to the vet. Poor Sid. He was taken not once. How many times do you think Sid was taken to the vet? Not twice. But 6 times. He went with 6 different people in 6 different ways. The vet said Sid's cough wasn't nearly as nasty as it sounded, but to be on the safe side, he should have a spoonful of medicine. Of course, Sid didn't just have 1 spoonful of medicine. He had, you got it, 6. Now, one black cat does look much like another, but nobody, not even a busy vet, could see the same cat 6 times without becoming suspicious. Sure enough, when he checked at his appointment book, the vet found 6 cats with a cough, all living on Aristotle Street. So he called the owners at once. And oh dear, Sid was found out. When they discovered what he had been up to, Sid's owner said he had no business eating so many dinners. I love the picture. By looking at their faces, we can tell they're upset with Sid. They said in the future they would make sure he had only 1 dinner a day. But Sid was a 6 dinner a day cat, so he went to live at number 1 Pythagoras Place. He also went to live at numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Unlike Aristotle Street, the people who lived on Pythagoras Place talked to their neighbors. So right from the start, everybody knew about Sid's 6 dinners. And because everybody knew, nobody minded. I hope you enjoyed 6 Dinners Sid. Tomorrow we're going to come back and talk a little bit more about 6 Dinners Sid and do the opposite side of our paper.